Alright, so House of the Dragon episode 3. So the last episode was kind of slow paced. Is that nothing too shocking, no, no deaths. But then, yeah, I don't think anyone died. So it was with GOT standards, it was a pretty slow paced episode. The biggest thing was Viserys announced he was gonna marry Alicent, which was a bit shocking, but I mean, we saw it coming. Otto planted that seed in episode 1 and it worked out for him. There was a scene with Daemon stealing the egg because, well, I don't know what Daemon is planning. He said he wanted to put it in the cradle, just like Targaryen tradition, but her wife wasn't even pregnant. He didn't even marry her. They're not even married yet, and she's not pregnant. So that was weird what Daemon did. I don't clearly understand what that was. Maybe that was Daemon playing some mind games. Maybe he wanted to force Viserys' hand, see what he'd do, and of course Viserys didn't show. He wanted to, but Otto stopped him. And then there were dragons. It was a very good scene where we saw Daemon's dragon, and then we saw Rhaenyra flying in on dragonback. That was amazing. I thought that they were going to be enemies for a while. I thought at least for a few episodes he's going to be pissed off about being replaced as the heir. But that wasn't really quite the case. Like, yeah, of course he's upset, but I don't think he wants it enough. In one episode, I think it was the first episode, where Viserys says that to the small council that Daemon doesn't want the throne. He lacks the patience for it, something. To some extent, I think that's true. I just never think of Daemon as wanting. Of course, he wants it, but he is not plotting and planning to get it, right? Not as far as I've seen. He's been sitting in Dragonstone for 6 months doing absolutely nothing. In the end, we of course see him and the Driftmark Lord. Forgot his name. Corlys Velaryon. We see him talking with Daemon, and they were trying to, and even both of them, even though they were upset against the king, against Viserys, they were trying to solve the problem in the Stepstone. They were trying to get a solution into that, right? I think it's gonna be for the couple of episodes now. We're gonna see what happens with the Stepstones, because that's a problem that needs to be dealt with. Even both of them, they're not going directly against Viserys right now. I don't know when this civil war that's just the kind of direction that we're going in a civil war. I don't know when that's gonna start, and who's gonna be the participants of that civil war. It has to be Rhaenyra against. They're trying to portray Daemon, but I just can't see it. I just don't think he wants it that badly. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll capture their stepstones. Maybe they'll align themselves. Maybe Daemon will align themselves with the free cities. Who knows? He might do that, and then he'll have the resources and power to stand up against Viserys and Rhaenyra, right? Also, we saw in the first episode and in the second episode that Viserys is getting sick. Not sick really, but injured. He got that first injury on his back. He said it was because of the seat sitting on the throne. The next episode, we see him getting a cut from the chair. I think it was in the first episode, but then we see that the finger was literally getting rotten because of that cut, and he's probably gonna lose that finger. It was like black. It had turned black. I don't know what that was, what they're pushing with those scenes. Maybe he's gonna get really sick because of some infection or something. Maybe this entire thing about Viserys getting sick, or he might get sick, does have something to do with him naming Rhaenyra as her heir. And if he's not here, if he's not there to support Rhaenyra, everybody's just gonna go up against him. Like Rhaenys said in the last episode, that men would rather burn the realm than see her or seeing any woman ascend the Iron Throne. I think that's true. I think that is what's going to happen, or what it's trying to look like what's going to happen. Not immediately, of course, because in this episode, I guess we're going to see them getting married, Viserys and Alicent. So, but I think that's kind of how Rhaenyra is going down, how Rhaenyra's storyline is going down. And I'm going to see what happens. Really. Like, I've been saying this from episode 1, from their first scene, that Rhaenyra and Daemon, they need to be allies. Like, they need to join forces against the other houses, because they're the two Targaryens with dragons. They're powerful. I just think nobody's gonna go up against them if that happens, which is why I also don't think it's gonna happen, because they're just too powerful then. If Targaryens unite, no one's gonna go against them. So I'm excited to see what happens in this episode. Hopefully we conclude that whole stepstone arc. Maybe I think Viserys should do something about that. So hopefully he does. He has to deal with that problem. You know, if your shipping lines are threatened, you have to do something. Like your trade to your country and from your country, that's like an important political topic. So he has to do something about that. I think that problem should be dealt with. It was very unpleasant to watch that whole crab eating guy thing, but it was really good quality wise. They've put in a lot of money into this. So let's start with the next episode. Yeah, this is the stepstones.
Fucking head! No, please! Ah!
My God. Oh, it's Daemon. Oh.
Here, my prince! Save me!
Oh God. Is Daemon just gonna solo them? Oh, they're going into the caves. That's smart. They had caves right there. What? They knew there was gonna be a dragon?
Where are you?
I mean, they must have anticipated it.
Come out, Dreya! Where are you? I'm gonna feed you to your own crabs!
Oh, no. Oh, just... Dude, get out of there. His dragon has a pretty long neck.
Your eyes, Your Grace.
Yes, he does.
Who does?
And you have my nose, don't you?
2 years old, and already our boy has a kingly presence.
He may yet, brother, but
Wait.
this morning he insisted on eating porridge with his hands.
He will grow. We're quite a party assembled in his honor.
Is there another time
We
skip?
shall have more to celebrate.
And what is that, pray tell?
It is Egon's second name day. His infancy is behind him. It only remains for Viserys to name him heir to the throne.
I wouldn't be
Oh,
so sure.
damn.
He's the king's firstborn son.
I don't know that his grace sees it so clearly.
What is this?
Urgent news from the Stepstones.
The second Aegon Targaryen?
Fleet has dug in for siege on Bloodstone while his men sabotage our fleet under the cover of dark.
Not today, Tyler.
The matter of the Stepstones is regrettably urgent.
It's been 3 years. It can wait another 3 days.
So 3 years. So they got married and they had a kid. Oh,
Fortify
damn.
yourselves for the journey.
If the crown were ever to intervene,
Thailand.
now is the time.
Daemon and the Sea Snake started their war without his grace's leave. Were he to intervene now, after so long, it would make the crown appear weak.
Can someone tell me?
How is
where in
that?
the 7 hells Rhaenyra might be?
Under the dragon's eye. Under the dragon.
Oh, they're no longer friends, I'm assuming.
With her ships and her people.
Man, they were best friends.
Her heart broken for those.
Your Grace.
Did I say to stop? From the beginning,
She fled with her ship
decided to remain here and read instead.
through the flames.
You may go, Samuel.
You are to stay by order of the princess.
The Queen commands you to leave the Godswood at once.
Princess.
Awkward.
Your Grace.
And perhaps the hunt could be fun.
Is it the king's command?
Yes, but
Then at once, your grace.
it needn't be. None of it needs be this way in truth, Rhaenyra.
Come on, you lied to her. What do you expect will happen?
Well, isn't this splendid? The whole of our family off to celebration and adventure in the King's Wood.
Should you be traveling in
Yeah.
such condition?
The Maester said that being out in nature would do me well.
Well, you will be with your own child sooner than later. And make me a proud grandsire.
It's not so bad.
How would you like to participate?
I'm not sure why I must.
Because you are my daughter, the princess. And you have duties.
As I am ceaselessly reminded.
I'm sorry?
As I am ceaselessly reminded.
You would need to be reminded if you ever attended to them.
No one's here for me.
Oh, she's pissed off. Understandably so. The last time I saw a king go out for a hunt, it didn't end well. I hope that's not the same case now. What are they clapping for? Oh, Aegon's birthday.
Hail, hail, Egon the Conqueror, babe, second of his name. Here's to his grace on his second name day.
This must suck.
The princess was more suited to the role.
Yeah, shut the hell up, Lady
Made a
Kira.
mess, and the king must put an end to it. Send fleets and men and clear out the triarchy for good.
Oh,
But the crown is not at war.
is that a bug?
The crown is at war, Princess. Though your father refuses to admit it, we've been dragged into it by your uncle and the sea snake.
And have you served the one with late Lady Red Wine, waiting cake? A twin serves on my father's council.
Thailand is frightfully dull.
Oh, so the guy
The finest honeyed wine you'll ever taste. Made in Lannisport, of course.
was summarizing the situation in Stepstone in the beginning.
Ah, the King's Wood. It's a fine hunting ground.
Is this
But
twin?
the best sport is to be found at Castley Rock, near my home.
Why would you need a dragon pit?
To house dragons, of course. I'd do anything for my queen. Or lady wife.
Yeah. Alright. Lannisters are assholes in every generation.
The wine?
Good to know. Okay, not all of them.
Trying to sell me off to Jason Lannister. Was I named heir to the Iron Throne so that I might only further raise the standing of a Lord of Castle Rock?
Oh.
You want me to kill him?
What? Oh, okay. Okay, I understand why she doesn't want to get married.
Before I spoke my vows as a knight of the King's Guard, I could have married a common-born girl had I wished.
How lucky you are to have a say in your own life.
Many in the realm would gladly trade positions with you, Princess.
True.
Only because none of them has ever held my position. I may be the Princess of Dragonstone, but I'm toothless.
One day, not so long ago, all that I have I owe to you. Now, I'd hardly call that toothless, Princess.
That's a good way to look at it. Are they gonna be a thing? I knew they were hyping up that character for something.
I would be honored to take the Princess Rhaenyra to wife, Your Grace. What I offer you, the crown and your daughter, is strength.
Do you think that House Targaryen wants for strength?
If someone offered you more dragons, would you not take them?
Do you have dragons to offer?
I don't think so.
Castle Rock is a splendid seat. Rhaenyra may take her place there by my side without shame and feel herself well compensated for her loss in station.
What loss of station?
What are you talking
If you were
about?
to name young Aegon heir, Your Grace.
And when would I be doing that?
I had assumed, as he's your firstborn son,
Doesn't matter.
many of us had assumed.
Many of us, you say.
He's not gonna change
Have your bannermen questioned my choice of
the heir.
Of course not, Your Grace.
It is your sworn duty to report rebellion. I did not decide to name Rhaenyra my heir on a whim. All the lords of the kingdom would do well to remember that.
Whoa.
Thank you for the gift.
Your Grace.
That was a boss move, man.
Wine.
I was also starting to doubt if he'd name Aegon, but he's not gonna name Aegon.
The king. She'll do as you command.
It is not my wish to command her. I want her to be happy.
Yeah, something you wouldn't understand, Otto.
There is another choice beyond Castle Rock.
You have in mind.
Prince Aegon.
What?
The boy just turned 2, Otto.
Yes, but it would cease the endless proposals for Rhaenyra's hand. Betroth them.
Not to be suffocated by all this fucking politicking.
Let us speak no more of
Dude, he's 2 years old. Come on. There's just no stopping.
Do you wish to hear my opinion on the matter?
Should I guess? You believe that your son, Sir Harwin Breakbones, the strongest knight in the Seven Kingdoms, is the best match for Rhaenyra?
You flatter me, Your Grace, but no. It would seem to me the best match for Rhaenyra is the son of the Sea Snake, Sir Laenor. Some years ago I counseled you to take his sister to wife. My reasoning remains the same. Laenor is of pure Valyrian descent. He shares blood with your cousin, the Princess Rhaenys, and he is the heir to the wealthiest house in the realm. The breach between your houses has not narrowed since I last spoke of it. It would do much to assuage Lord Corlys of any slights, real or imagined. We must pray, of course, that Laenor survives the fighting in the Stepstones.